Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a successful trading day. Today was a very good day on the market and definitely the insiders did well if you were paying attention to the pre-market video that came out on Tuesday morning. So we got a lot to cover and so many great stocks to talk about. I want to get right to it. Now in this video I'm going to cover exactly what happened in Tuesday's trading day to the top 7 list and the insiders and how the insiders performed from the picks from yesterday's video. I'm also going to give you some new stocks. There's lots of new picks. Insiders have been very active and so I have a lot of great picks. Actually I have 6 new picks to list, so this should be very good. There's lots of good stuff for you to invest in and things we're going to talk about that I find very significant as far as insider activity. Here we go. If you had all the stocks from Tuesday morning pre-market video, you would have had a 2.28% gain. That's if you had every single stock evenly. Personally, I had a 0.76% loss, and I didn't have such a good time with some of my picks, but they have not hit their exit point yet, so I am still encouraged because I still feel that they fit my strategy, and so those should turn around and be very, very good. Month to date, this top 7 list and others after 2 days is up 5.84%. So a great start to the month, looking very, very good. Year to date, personally, I'm at a 19.32% return. That is following mostly insiders and some other strategies that I have. Now, I like to use Webull for my trading. I love how flexible it makes it. I can trade as early as 3 a.m. Central, as late as 7 p.m. Central at night. If you are looking for a good broker, one that has excellent trading hours and is very fair, easy to use, and has tons of great scanners, highly recommend Webull. We have a link in the description down below. You can get some free stocks by signing up and then also depositing money, so it's very, very good. So in the premium room we had absolutely no sales, so there's no sales to report. A lot of those are longer holds and or they are earnings run-up plays and they have not hit their time frame for an exit. In our standard room we had a day trade, so I have a day trade each and every day that's an options day trade, and this one was very successful. This was Tesla TSLA day trade options for a 30.39% gain. I like to see a stock hit certain levels and I have certain parameters that I look for. I set lots of alerts and Tesla was the winner. Tesla was the one that fit the setup, and so since it was such a great setup, we traded it and had a lot of success. And if you're looking to get good information and the insider information earlier than ever, earlier than this video, you have to be a member of the standard group. Please check it out. We have a link in the description down below. I think you'll be glad that you did with just one great trade. You will easily pay for the small amount that it costs to be a part of it. All right, so we did have one sale that did not turn out so great in the standard room. I probably sold it too early because it did start to work. The trade started to work there towards the end of the day, but I sold C for a 59.4% loss. That was a put option and the trade turned against me. Now, every strategy that I have has an exit point and a fail-safe, and that one had hit my fail-safe, and so it was time to move on. It definitely hurt to take a 60%, almost 60% loss on a pick. That's why I only use 1% of my portfolio for options trading. I never want to risk everything. And even if I have a stock go to 0 on options, which can happen. Now, options can do great, and you can do 2, 3, 4, 500% on them, but you can also lose all of it, and so that's why I only risk 1% in those. The leverage is great, so I can still get fantastic gains. In our basic room, we had a couple stocks from the top 7 that sold. The first one was YAYO, sold for a 50.9% gain, and then sold INTC Intech for a 6.32% gain, and sold TCON, that's TRACON Pharma, for a 4.42% gain. All of those had hit their exit point and been a couple days since their insider activity, so it was time to exit as part of my strategy. All right, let's get to it. We have so many stocks to cover that we need to cover this. We have 6 new insiders to add to the list, and also there's lots of others here, and I'm going to cover them all quickly. Okay, let's start with the others. The first is 2 OTCs that we still have, and that is PQEFF. And on Tuesday, this finished up 1.03%. My averaging at 6 cents a share, and since calling it out is down 9.69%. The other is CCEL, and on Tuesday finished up 3.58%. My averaging at $8.50, and it is down 1.18 since calling it out, even though I think it's a very good pick and I think it will turn around. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the others that are in here that are part of the NASDAQ and or New York Stock Exchange exchange. The first is Fastenal, FAST, and on Tuesday this finished up 0.72%. My average in it's $46.27, and since calling it out is down 0.83%. Now every single pick that's in the others and every single pick that I talk about in the top 7 has had significant insider activity, and insider activity is always the news before the news. Let's get to it. Let's keep going. The next is CYTH, and this one had some really interesting price action later in the day. On Tuesday, this finished up 10.07%, so it had a fantastic day. My average in it is $6.43, and since calling it out is now up 15.55%, so it's doing very well. It's got a couple more days. I think it, especially towards the end of the day, something seemed kind of strange there. There may be more insider activity on the way. Saw a very large purchase in the level 2. Analysts have an average target price of $12 a share. So this stock has a huge upside. And so I like cyclotherapeutics for a lot of those reasons. All right, the next is Fuel Cell, FCEL. And this had news today. This popped out. They had a tweet that kind of came out. It's more of a rumor than anything, but man, the stock popped on that news. But it ended up finishing down for the day. It was way down at the time when the news came out, and it popped way high and then settled down around down 2.06%. I think some people sold the news. My average in it is $20.99. Since calling this out is up 2.43%. It's doing pretty good. Definitely some great news, and I think this stock has a lot of future to it. That was an interesting news thing, talking about capturing carbons in gasoline cars, which I think will be huge, definitely for our environment. All right, the next is Allied Esports. So this is AESE, and on Tuesday this finished down 4.90%. My average in it's $2.15. Since calling this out, it is down 9.62%. I like this because this is an esports company, and also analysts have an average target price of $3 a share, and so there's that too. Very bullish insider activity on it. This one has been a really good runner for us in the past, so it hasn't started off very good, but I do expect it to turn around. It is a very explosive stock for sure. All right, the next is AIRT. So I'm still in the others. We got a lot of stocks here, and AIRT finished down on Tuesday 12.04%. Now it finished over 26% up yesterday, so it did have a little bit of a pullback. I think it went too far up, and now it's kind of gotten to where it should be, and I expect it to continue to climb now that it's had this little pullback. My average in it's $20.87. Since calling this out in the group, it is up 10.73%. All right, now finally to the top 7. Number 7 is ANIX Biosciences, and this is one that I talked about in Tuesday's video about being new to list, and this is ANIX. On Tuesday, this finished up 1.55%. My average is $3.90. Since calling this out, it is up 8.93%, so it's doing very well so far. Analysts have an average target price of $8.75, so there's some huge upside, over 100% upside on this according to analysts, and that's just the average. Some of the highs were really high, so it'll be interesting to see how that one does. Now to stocks that are brand new. I got 6 of them. Insiders were very active, and a lot of these were really significant. Definitely worth taking advantage of and looking to get into. So if you're not in any of these stocks, these top 6, I think that they're going to do great, each and every single one of these. So these are ones to kind of keep on your radar. Here we go. Number 6 is Molecular Templates, MTEM. And on Tuesday, this finished up 7.59%. Definite reaction from the insider activity. My average in it's $13.27. Since calling this out is down 3.84%. I was very anxious to get into this one. Probably paid too much. Analysts have an average target price of $20.14. So that is a really high analyst target. Also, Molecular Templates had a partial hold on one of their phase 2 trials. And I think that the insider activity may signal that to be lifted soon. If that gets lifted, the stock will take off. It's the only thing holding it back. But B-Flat Biotech has been loading up shares, and that was a really big insider purchase, and so they are taking the opportunity on this being a lower price stock at the moment. I don't think it's going to be there for long, so Molecular Templates is definitely one to watch. Number 5 is VYNE, and on Tuesday this finished up 14.35%. My average in it is $2.49, and man, this thing is climbing in after hours. I don't know if you're paying attention, but anyway, so far since calling it out is up 5.62%. Joseph Edelman bought shares at $2.37, and that was $10 million worth, and I'm not a big fan of following Joseph Edelman's purchases. The stocks tend not to move very much from his purchases, but a high analyst target of $5.69 average, and also seeing 10 million. That's quite a bit more than he typically spends on an insider on one of the companies that he helps finance. And so VYNE Therapeutics is very interesting to me. I like it a lot, and it definitely reacted to that insider activity. I think this is going to be a really good one. All right, the next is Bro. Number 4, Bro. Hey, bro. Like, brah. How you doing, brah? You see the gun show over there? Brah. Yeah, right over there. Anyway, you're probably like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Brown and Brown, BRO. And what was so funny is every time I put it in the Discord talking about Bro, it would show like the little smiley face with the sunglasses, like, I don't know, like I was a college kid again, you know, which was just the other day. On Tuesday, this finished up 4.03%. This one is brand new to list. My average in it's $43.29. And this had insider activity early on Tuesday morning, and it just began to climb right away. I recognized it. This is insurance, you know, not that exciting, not that sexy, but so far since calling it out, it's up 3.22%. Definitely reacting to that insider activity. It was very significant. And Charles Haas bought shares. He's a director at $43.38. Analysts have an average target price of $51.94. And so tomorrow morning, if you get in this, you can probably get better than Haas. The Haas man. Let's move on. Number 3. Number 3 is Arena Pharma. This is AUPH, and on Tuesday this finished down 1.29%, but this stock was way down. And then insider activity popped up, and this has been quite a few little insider purchases. They're little, they haven't been big, but a lot of little things add up to a lot, and that's kind of the point here. On Tuesday this finished down 1.29%. It really recovered once the insider activity was reported. This one's brand new to list. My average in at $16.11. Smack dab even since I called it out in the middle of the day. But Jill Levisage, I think that's how you say her name, probably destroyed it. Bought shares in open market at $16.03 a share. Analysts have an average target price of $17.30, but there's obviously something going on because this has been a couple insiders in a row. So I think that this one will do well. All right, number 2 is AXDX. This is Accelerate Diagnostics. They do testing strips, and they do a lot of testing, you know, for that thing you may have heard of that plagued the world all last year. Well, anyway, Jack Schuler has been buying up shares again. Now, Jack Schuler, he retired, and he was basically the main person behind it, but he's still a 10% owner, and so every time he buys shares, they have to be reported. On Tuesday, this finished down 4.04%. My average in it is $10.02. Since calling this out, it is up 2%. So this is another stock that was way down earlier in the day because it's tied to coronavirus. And when the insider activity was reported, it began to recover rather quickly. We were able to jump on it pretty quick, trying to get on it before it really moved upwards, and this is doing really well in after hours on Tuesday night. And so I think this is going to be a great stock to be in. It's got a lot more to go. Analysts have an average target price of $12.33. So I think this one's going to be a great one. All right, and number 1, in my opinion, I think this next one is one you really need to add to your portfolio because I think this thing is going to fly. I think it's going to really move, and it's already starting to move. You may have missed the big move on this, but I think it's still got so much more to go, and I'm going to kind of talk about why. This is SurgeLine, SRGA, and on Tuesday this finished up 18.24%. My average in it is $1.90, and since calling this out, it's up 15.79%. But it has surged even more in after hours, and now it's really close to, I'm right around 30% up on it already. And so this is something that the people in our Discord were really able to take advantage of. But there are a lot of directors who purchase shares. The CEO purchased shares, the Chief Commercial Officer purchased shares, and they did so all as part of the offering, but they spent a good amount of money. Now, I typically don't like insider activity on offerings because you got to wait for the offering to close before the stock really starts to move. But this one had so many different directors and so many different officers who participated that I liked it. Also, Piper Sandler, the analysts, they initiated a new price target of $4 a share. And that happens to be the lowest price target that's on this stock. Well, at $1.90, that's over a 100% upside on the lowest target. The average target is actually $5.40 among some of the major houses that give analyst targets. And so I think this stock just has so far to go. The insider activity is going to push it forward. Also, closing of the offering, because most likely the offering's closed and it hasn't been announced yet, or maybe it has in after hours and that's the reason why it moves so far up. But I am expecting this one to continue to roll. High analyst target. Lots of directors and different people buying, good pipeline, lots of stuff going on within the company. I think that this one's going to be really good, and so it'd be a great one for you to add. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could please do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. I wish the best for all of you, I really do. I hope that you are successful in the market. If you are needing any kind of help or you're curious about my portfolio and some of the moves that I make, check out that Patreon group. I look forward to bringing these videos, and of course I appreciate all of your support. Let's have a fantastic day tomorrow, and Raythoven out.